Hey everybody, Dieter Kurtenbach with Larry Kruger here in the KMBR studios in San Francisco. A little 3 up, 3 down from the 49ers 27-6 loss to the Rams on Sunday. Larry, we've been trending this way for a while, but I think we finally found the final nail for the 49ers 2015 coffin.
Yeah, they didn't look very good. They're getting blown out of these games. All the road games are over at halftime. They scored no points in the second half. I mean, shut out completely. The offense is doing nothing. I mean, there's not anything that the offense is doing that you can really point to. It's a one running back team. That running back's now hurt. Their best wide receiver didn't play. The tight end is a shadow of what he was even a year and a half ago. The offensive line is the worst in the league. The quarterback, I think, is mentally fried right now.
So are there any positives to be garnered? I kind of liked what Jaquiski Tart did.
There was no terrorist act at the stadium.
I thought Steph Curry looked good this weekend. I mean, that's
exactly
pretty
the
much...
Harrison Barnes when he reached back and threw it down over Dwight Howard. That was a great moment.
It has nothing to do with the 49ers, but we're really pulling for anything here.
No,
so,
but I mean, what can you say? The Rockets do have a little orange or a little red in their uniforms, maybe, so that's similar. No, I mean, Tart was a positive that he's playing pretty well. There's just not a lot there. I mean, Bruce Ellington showed a little bit. I thought that 28-yard punt return or kickoff return, whatever it was, late in the game, I thought he looked pretty good. Obviously, Phil Dawson is continuing to play good football.
And they need
Quentin, let's be honest, too. I mean, the numbers don't look good against Todd Gurley, but that's largely because of that 71-yard run.
Right.
I mean, the rest of the time, they did a better job defending Gurley than any other team has done thus far. So I think that's a positive. I think their defensive front has shown some improvement.
We gave a lot of crap to Armstead earlier this season. He's actually turned out to be a halfway decent piece for this team thus far. He's matured faster than I thought he would.
He's got some upside. I mean, he's a long arm guy. He's tall. He's fast. He's still kind of upper body weak, and he doesn't play. He doesn't start. He doesn't play the run all that well. But
he's giving you something.
But he's giving you something. He's showing glimpses. He's showing glimpses of pass rush ability and some high end potential. So I think Eli Harold had a decent day.
Yeah, he did.
Tart had a decent day. I think some of the guys from this last draft class have started to kind of make their presence felt.
Especially on defense, it looks like there's at least the bones of a pretty darn good defense there. It needs obviously more depth. That first team is being asked to play pretty much the entire game. And you see they're getting gassed. That Tavon Austin touchdown, I think you can almost attribute that directly to fatigue. I mean, they were just nowhere near that guy, and he's blazing fast. There's a lot of bones, but I think everyone's in agreement now. I've been saying it for a couple weeks. I think you've been saying it for a couple weeks. It's 2016 or bust. First pick probably needs to be the first thing on everyone's mind. And the trade deadline comes up at 1 p.m. Tuesday. You're in agreement that the 49ers need to make a move to get someone on the 2016 roster before Tuesday?
Well, I'd like to see them make a couple moves. I mean, just simply not just who they move. I mean, there's some decent players, young players around the league that I think are ill fit in their current situations. Barkevious Mingo is one of my favorites in Cleveland. He's a speed rusher who's not necessarily fitting in well with the Browns, but he's really athletic and he needed to get a little stronger. He might be a nice piece to add to the puzzle as they look for an outside pass rusher. But as far as the 49ers, will they move Vernon Davis or Anquan Boldin or Kaepernick or Joe Staley or Alex Boone? I don't know. You don't see a lot of trades in the NFL, but I think it would be wise to move a couple of players if that opens spots. If you move a Vernon Davis, maybe that opens playing time for Blake Bell. If you move an Ahmad Brooks, maybe that opens playing time for an Eli Harold. So I think those are some things that I'm sure in the next 24 hours, Trent Baalke will be thinking quite hard about.
Playoffs don't exactly look like a possibility, but still plenty of intrigue with the 49ers as this season continues to head to the depths. Me and Larry Kruger will be there to cover it all for you. Everyone here at KMBR will. For Larry Kruger, Dieter Kurtenbach, KMBR. Good night, Australia. Hope we see you again soon.